Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to study the next chapter of S1, that is refraction of light. In this chapter we are going to study what is refraction of light, as well as we are going to study various examples of refraction of light comes in our day-to-day life as well as in the universe. But before that, let's recall reflection of light which you have studied in your lower class. Now let's recall reflection of light. As you have studied reflection of light, light gets reflected from the surface on which it falls. Let's see this ray diagram. Here, this is a plane surface on which incident ray is going to fall. This black colored line is incident ray. A line, imaginary line which is perpendicular to the surface is known as normal. When incident ray fall on the surface, it get reflected. So this blue color line is a reflected ray in this direction. And the angle between incident ray and normal is incident angle. Angle between normal and reflected ray is reflected angle. Now, according to the law, angle of incidence I is equals to angle of reflection, which means angle I is equals to angle R. Second law is incident ray, reflected ray and normal. All the three lie on the same plane. All three are on the same plane. And incident ray and reflected ray are on the opposite side of normal. So these are the laws which you have studied in your lower class, which is also used in the refraction of light. Students, a small activity we will do here. You can do this activity at your home. So everyone is going to, it's a small activity, so you are going to conduct at your home. What you have to do, you have to take a transparent tumbler or a glass. Here you have to fill it with water and put a pencil like this and observe it from the front side. What you will see, observe this carefully. I will show you. So you can see from the front that this pencil, it seems that there are the two parts of the pencil. The lower part which is dipped in the water is different and the upper part which is in the air is different. But we know that this is the same pencil. When we dip it in a water, then we will see a different type of image in water. So keep this observation in your mind and conduct this experiment at your home. Similarly, we'll do one more activity. Here I have taken a coin of 10 rupees. Here you can see the image of the coin when there is no water in the glass. And filled it with water. Fill the glass with water. Take a transparent glass again and observe the image of the coin from various angles. Before the water you have filled it and after the water. Then observe the image of the coin from different angles, from front and from other side. I will show you. When we fill this glass with water, you can see slightly the position of the coin is changed and you can see one more image of the coin on the upper surface. See here. Here you can see image of the coin which is at higher level. So at home also you can conduct this experiment, but for that I have taken the level of the water is little bit less. So from this activity we can say that due to refraction of light, pencil appears broken when immersed in water. Similarly, due to refraction, a coin kept in a container appears to be raised when the container is partially filled with water. In these activities, the changes and effects are due to the refraction of light. Now, let's see what is refraction of light. Light changes its direction when going from one transparent medium to another transparent medium. This is called the refraction of light. Now students, we are going to conduct an experiment of refraction of light with the help of a glass slab. This experiment you have to conduct on your own whenever the school is going to reopen. So here now I am going to explain you how to conduct this experiment. This is a glass slab. On a plain paper, we are going to place this glass slab in this manner, and then we will trace the edges of this glass slab with a pencil like this. Now what we have to do, we have to draw a perpendicular, so remove this and draw a perpendicular line on one of the edge. So like this we will draw a perpendicular, and we are going to take an angle, incident angle. From this point we are going to take an angle of incident 30 degrees. So this, the angle between the normal and the incident ray is 30 degree. Okay. Now we are going to place the glass slab carefully on the edges which we have drawn. Here we have to be very careful while putting this glass slab again. Now what we have to do, place 2 pins over it. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to, from the other side, we have to observe the images of these 2 pins inside the glass slab. Now from other side, through the glass slab you can clearly see the 2 lines. These 2 are the images of the pins. Now you have to adjust your eyes in such a way. See, slowly these 2 lines inside the glass slab are going to coincide. Okay, now here you can see a single, here you can see this is a single image of the pins. The 2 pins coincide with each other, so we can see only one image. Now what we have to do here, we have to place one more pin on the other side, so that it is going to be, see, it is going to be in a straight line like this. So from here you can see that all the 3 are in a straight line. Take one more pin and place it either in front or on the back side of the previous pin, anywhere wherever the place is available. So from here you can see that images of previous two pins and these two pins, all four are in a straight line. Okay. So these are the two pins. Now what we have to do, we have to remove these two pins and mark a circle, and with the help of a scale remove the glass slab also. Remove these two pins. While removing, put a circle over the holes, and now these two points, we are going to join this point in this manner. Okay. Now extend the previous incident ray. Now we are going to draw a perpendicular on this point. And then we are going to join these two points. Okay. Now here this ray is incident ray. This angle I is incident angle. It gets refracted here, get bent towards the normal. Then again when it come out from the glass slab, this ray is emerging ray, or we can say refracted ray. Now the experiment of refraction of light through the glass slab which you have seen, that in that experiment, in practical notebook, you have to write the names of the rays in this manner. Here, this is an incident ray. This is M1, N1 is a normal. This is the portion of air. The pins, the initial two pins that we have used is P1 and P2. The angle between incident ray and the normal is angle of incident. So I is angle of incident. The incident, this red colored line is refracted ray. This is a glass slab, and this blue color line is emergent ray. So now the R is the angle of refraction. This is the angle between the normal and the refracted ray in the glass slab. This R is angle of refraction. Then the refracted ray get emerged. This angle E is angle between the emergent ray and the normal, angle of emergence. So these are the three angles you have to write. In this way you have to write all the names of the rays of this diagram. Now let's see how the rays travel through the glass slab. This is the incident ray, the pins that we were used, the rays coming from there, incident rays straight. When the rays enter in the glass slab, there is a slight diversion. The incident ray get bent towards the normal. See, it moves towards the normal. This is the refracted ray. The ray get refracted. If the glass slab, if there is no glass slab, then the ray must have been passed like this. The blue shaded line is the actual path of the incident ray. Then again the medium is changing from glass to air. The incident ray, now this red color refracted ray, now again there is a change in medium. So when traveling from glass to air, it is going to again change its path or direction. It is moving away from the normal. So finally this ray is emerged out of the glass slab. Now to check whether our experiment is correct, we are doing it properly or not, this emergent ray and the incident ray, this shaded line must be parallel. While conducting the experiment, we used to check this, that these two lines are parallel. Since these two lines are parallel, these perpendiculars are also parallel. Therefore, angle of incidence is equals to angle of emergence, geometrically as well as practically. I am going to place a glass slab. Now let's see in which direction. Let's see the changes. Here the straight ray of a light is coming, passing through the glass slab. Instead of going straight, you can see the direction of this ray has been changed, and this change of direction is known as refraction of light. If I am going to remove this, you can see a straight line, and if I am going to put at a certain angle, then there is the direction of the ray has been changed. Now just observe the incident ray. This is the incident ray of a light is perpendicular to the glass slab. In that case, the light ray is passing straight, the emerging ray is straight.